Well, greetings for color fans and welcome to part 5. Yes, this is part 5 of the 8-part series showing all 307 Marvel value stamps and the issues that included them. All right. So last time in part 4 we went through stamp 51, so we are halfway. So now we're doing the back half here, right? So we will do 50 through 34, and I'll show you. I'm going to talk about 2 stamps in particular, one which a really different color scheme, and one which I think I identified, or it's the first to identify. And I also have 3 shout outs, but we'll get to those when we get to the comics that they sent me. All right, so 50, stamp 50 is Black Panther. He's on the cover. He's also on the stamp. And there he is right there. And there are only 2 for this particular stamp. And the next one is in Tomb of Dracula 23. A nice gothic cover there. And there is the stamp once again. So very nice. Let's continue on to 49. Again, we're doing this countdown style. So the part 7 will have the number 1 stamp. 49 is Odin. First one can be found in Fear 22, although the cover says Adventure into Fear. The Fear is in the indicia. So we're going to go with that one. And there is the stamp right there with that cool Haunt of Horror ad. All right, so that's Odin, number 49. The next one is found in Supernatural Thrillers, number 12. Gil Kane cover looks like looks like Gil Kane. And the stamp is right there. Looks like a slight color variation there from the previous stamp. And this one has, these were in 3 issues, and the last one is in Tomb of Dracula 25. And there is Odin once again. Alrighty then. So next is number 48. And number 48 is none other than Kraven the Hunter. You're going to see a bit of a variation here. Not a bit, a pretty good variation, but you'll see. So here we have Ghost Rider number 8. And the stamp appears right there. Notice that green background there and a little bit of yellow. We'll look at the next one, which is actually a giant size issue. Giant Size Defenders number 3. And in that issue, you see he has a red background. So, again, quite a difference there. And then the next one, Captain America number 174. I didn't put these in alphabetical order for some reason. And Kraven Hunter is like a lime green background. And this was the one sent to me by Old Wolf, so I'm shouting him out here. He actually found this in a flea market, and it is indeed also a Mark Jewelers insert. So it's like doubly cool. Thanks again, Tony. I did have a Captain America with a Mark Jeweler, so this is just hit it out of the park, buddy. Thank you so much for all you do. All right, number 47 is the Green Goblin. First one I'm going to show you is Incredible Hulk 174, sent to me by Sleepy Reader. He was shouted out in the first one, I do believe. Thank you again, Damien. And there is Norman Osborn. Or at this point, it could have been his son. But I think that image could be from Norman. And Marvel 2-in-1, number 6. There were only 2 issues with the Green Goblin. And there is the stamp. All right. Next up is 46, Mysterio. So the Spider-Man villains continue. And the first one I'm going to show you is Avengers 126. And there were 3 issues that had Mysterio. And there's the first one here. And the next one is Captain America, number 181. And there's 181. Actually, that's when he was Nomad, but there was another Captain America briefly there. And there is Mysterio. And then finally, well, you know, I got the third stamp of Mysterio appeared in Kazar, number 3, on the last page, right there. Again, just kind of a lighter background on that one. All right, next up is Mantis, and Mantis appeared in a whole bunch of issues here. I don't remember exactly which ones, but we'll find out little by little. First one is Marvel Spotlight, number 17. Notice it's a Pence copy. So shout out to my British fans out there. And there is Mantis, number 45. A lovely Mantis. Next up is Marvel 2-in-1, number 7. And she appeared right there with that great ad for ARG. Real funny 5-issue series, by the way, if you have a chance to pick that up. It is just off the wall funny. There were 5 issues for Mantis, by the way, including another Marvel 2-in-1, number 12, just 5 months later. Same title and same stamp. There she is, right there. And next up is Strange Tales 173, starring Brother Voodoo. And once again, she is on the last page, right there. Fantastic Four ad. I think we've seen that one before. Okay. Last issue is for Mantis is Tomb of Dracula 31. Another Gil Kane cover. And there she is right there. Again, some darker background, some are lighter. All right, next is 44, The Absorbing Man. First one we're going to show is Defender 16 against the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. And there is the Absorbing Man right there. Ad for that for a Spider-Man treasury. And there are only 2 issues that had the Absorbing Man. The next one is Strange Tales 174, starring the Golem. And there is Crusher Creel, the Absorbing Man, right there. Okay. Continuing on to number 43, The Lovely but Deadly Enchantress. First one we're going to show is Captain America 172. And there she is. Nice pose there. Next is Jungle Action number 11, starring the Black Panther, obviously. And the Enchantress is right there. A little more of a fuchsia or magenta background in that one. And then she appeared in 3 issues. The last one is Marvel Team Up 28, the famous issue where Hercules pulls Manhattan back to its original location. And there she is right there with now a kind of purplish circle background. Yep. Again, there's no 2 stamps exactly alike. All right, now this next one is Man-Wolf. And he appeared in 3 issues. And again, this is the one that I think I found. I was the first, when I say I found, I was the first to identify the art when this project was being put together, the Marvel Value Stamp project, okay? Obviously, somebody would have found it eventually. Amazing Spider-Man 139. And there is the Man-Wolf right there. And the art came from Marvel Superheroes number 1, the giant size Marvel Superheroes number 1. Okay. I happen to have that issue, and I remember that image. You know, just some images sort of stick in your head, I guess, and that one did. And so I told the owner of the website that's where it was. And here is another Spider-Man, 147. Now, it's appropriate man Wolf would be an Amazing Spider-Man. He was Amazing Spider-Man villain. And there he is, right there. And the last one is a totally unrelated title, but that's the way the stamps go, right? I mean, I don't think they really gave much thought about which title and which issue or whatever the stamps came in. And so it's Cole, number 15. Another Gil Kane cover there, looks like. And there is the Man Wolf once again. Ad for Giant Size Master of Kung Fu. All right, continuing on. We have the Gladiator. So yeah, this is the one with the really stark variation. So first one, Amazing Spider-Man 138. Up against the Mind Worm. Now look at that one, right? Look at the helmet, white, breastplate, blue with some, I guess, white on the, no, yellow on the chest there, right? I'm going to leave that over here. I'm going to leave that over here open so that you can see the next one. Giant Size Avengers number 3 is the next one. And you're going to see a very different looking Gladiator right there. Actually, it looks almost like a negative, right? Like everything is opposite. He has a mostly yellow faceplate. Everything else is blue. So, interesting, right? At least I find those things fascinating. And the next one is Master of Kung Fu number 25. And once again, he has this, you know, this is the way the costume should look, as I recall. And then finally we have the Mighty Thor 222. And there is the Gladiator once again. And again, just for comparison's sake, let's look at these side by side. Let's see if I can get these up side by side here. Yeah, I kind of can. There we go. Yeah, couldn't be much different than that, right? Anyway, just thought I'd show you that, highlight that, because boy, that was, somebody really didn't get the memo, so to speak. All right, next is Loki, number 40. And the first one is Cole, number 14. And there is Loki right there. And the next is Thor 228. Makes sense. Loki being a Thor character, or mostly in Thor. And there he is right there. But again, that doesn't really, I don't think that was really the way that these were. I mean, maybe it was supposed to be like that, right? But I think it was more coincidence than anything else. All right, next is Iron Fist, number 39. 2 issues for that. Fantastic Four 144. And there he is right there. That was an ad, as I recall. And then maybe the corner logo of Iron Fist. And then in Hulk 177. And there he is right there. All right, we're getting there. Next up is Red Sonja, number 38. First one is Fear 24. And there she is. I believe this is from her first or second appearance in Conan, that art. And next is Jungle Action number 10. Okay. And there she is right there. A little darker inking on that. And then finally we have Kazar number 8. All right. And there she is right there. So it was 3 for Red Sonja. I don't know if I said 2 or not. Might have said that for the previous one. It happens, right? All right, next is 37. And that is The Watcher. And the first one is Creatures on the Loose 29. He appeared in 3 issues, looks like. Yeah, I think it was 3. I have these folded into each other, so it's hard to tell. And there is the Watcher from that Creatures on the Loose. Next is Doctor Strange number 6. And there is the Watcher again. Again, he's a little bit colored a little bit differently on this one. And then lastly, we have Man-Thing number 8. And there is the Watcher once again. And that ad for Giant Size Fantastic Four. All right, looking good. Let's continue on. Oh, I missed the Watcher. There was one more. Invaders number 1. That's what I get for hurrying. And the last page, there he is. So it was in 4 issues, not 3. Duh. That's what I get for hurrying. Okay, next is 36. And that is the Ancient One. Doctor Strange's mentor. So the first one is in Captain America 182. And there were 3 issues, I think, of this one. I think. There he is. And next one is Giant Size Man-Thing. No jokes, please. Number 4. Too easy. And there he is again. A little brighter stamp this time, I think. And then finally in Supernatural Thrillers number 8. There he is. Alrighty. I think 2 to go. 35 and 34. So for this one is Kill Raven. And the first one is Amazing Spider-Man 141, which was sent to me by Otaku Tour Guide. So shout out to him. Again, I will put the links to all my shout outs below. You know, if you could, give them a sub, watch their videos, and tell them, hey, thanks for helping out the Metarog complete this project. There is Kill Raven. I really do appreciate the help from the community on this. I could never have done it without him. Daredevil 115 is the next one. And there is Kill Raven once again. Oh, and this is the one with the Hulk 181 ad. So let's put that one in frame in case you're interested in that. And then finally, Worlds Unknown number 6, Killdozer. Terrible movie, as I recall. And there is, once again, Kill Raven. Great ad, though, from Tales from the Zombie and Dracula Lives, though. And then lastly, we have number 34, Mr. Fantastic. All the rage now is the Fantastic Four movie. So the first one is on 3 issues, Amazing Spider-Man 131. And there is Reed Richards right there. And the next one is Creatures on the Loose 32, sent to me by my buddy Bubs World, Bubs Comics, whatever he's calling himself nowadays. So a shout out to you, buddy. I mean, this is a really nice issue too. Really nice condition. Really great cover as well. So thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. And there is Mr. Fantastic once again. And then the last issue for this video is in Giant Size Creatures number 1. And there is Mr. Fantastic right there. And there's a little sketch, preliminary sketch of Tigra, I do believe. I think they went for a little bit different design. So that's it. those are the stamps for the issues for stamps 50 through 34. Thanks again for watching this series. I'm very excited to be bringing you this. Hope you're enjoying it. Again, check out the shout outs below if you can, and I will put the links to all the previous videos and the MVS stamp site as well. All right, buddy, be kind to each other, be blessed, and be back. Bye.